Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be giving an update on BKYI. You'll find my other DD in the description below to watch after this one here. So we're going to be going through technical analysis and how I'm going to be playing this stock towards where earnings are. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help this channel grow, subscribe, and leave your notifications on to get the latest out of these videos. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. What we get to see here on the 1 month, 1 day perspective, we get to see an MACD that is going on towards a positive rally, and what we expect that is to continue at least towards where Friday is. This is a reversal confirmation where we had it from last Friday, and it does show a strong support. Now here on the ADX, it is sitting at 37.75. It is showing a very strong trend indication that it is actually moving forward. William %R here sitting a little bit towards the overbought situation, heading a little bit towards a neutral, and you get to see momentum is in fact positive, but it's still a little bit more choppy than we would like it to be. Now in terms of the moving averages here, it's a little bit tough to see, but the 10 SMA is currently below the 30 EMA, which labels it bearish. The stock price is above both the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA, which makes it bullish, and the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, which is bullish. So overall, the moving averages still are bullish in my books. The previous offering did mess up a little bit the 10 SMA and the 30 SMA, but on the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA, that is bullish on the moving averages. So now going on towards the 1 hour perspective, what we get to see that the stock has dipped below the 50 SMA, which makes it bearish, but the price is still above the 50 SMA. Above the 200 SMA. Now 10 SMA is still above 30 EMA, so that's bullish, but the stock price is below the trading action zones where reversals are likely between the 10 SMA and the 30 EMA, and the stock is under the VWAP, so that is a little bit bearish on the short term. ADX hit around 65 and then dropped usually above 50. It does give you a warning, so somewhere a little bit around this period it did give you a second warning where it literally hit 50 and then it dipped down. Momentum has dropped quite a bit, and the MACD seems to go going on negative, and the William %R is a little bit towards oversold. Well, it isn't oversold, so I'll explain exactly what that means to me and how I'm going to play it in a minute. Let's quickly go on towards the moving averages. Now we get to see that the stock did move upwards. It's trading in the top moving averages, sitting between 0.84 and 0.78 is where that is. And the bottom is around 0.7 or 0.69. Now moving on, this is funny, I have two screens. Okay, so we're gonna go quickly here towards trends. This is a trend that I drew last time in my last video, and it's still holding, so I'm just gonna extend it here quickly. Perfect. It is still holding. The bottom of that trend line is around 73 cents. Might actually hit 74 cents in the morning, somewhere around there. Still doesn't break that uptrend, so still looks good. Now going towards the Fibonacci retracements here quickly, we get to see that the stock price has dropped below the Fibonacci support around here. And so in order to try to identify where the current supports are, I'm just going to quickly do 168. And the current Fibonacci support is sitting at 76 cents, below where the price is sitting at. The above support closer to it is around 78 cents, and that's sitting in towards traditional. Above that, there's a resistance of 0.80, and we get to see above that 0.83, 0.85, and then we're seeing 0.91 sitting around here. Just below that, there's 0.89, and above that is 0.93, and then 0.94. Now, sitting in towards supports, what we're looking at is 0.75 after the Fibonacci one, 0.74, and then 0.73, 0.72, 0.71. It goes 1 cent down from there on. Now, let's take a quick look, of course, towards the latest news. Nothing new from what my last DD has been. Of course, the earnings are coming in. They have had quite a few negative earnings before. Now, I know this is rumored for Microsoft to buy it because they have partnerships with it, but it really isn't the case at this point in terms of earnings, so you need to play the upcoming catalyst at least. So it has been negative, and in case the EPS is going to be positive, but you got to remember Q2 is the one that is hit by the pandemic hard. I do expect mixed earnings. Perhaps it could have a surprise EPS, but a negative revenue. Either ways, the latest trend is to sell before. So when are you selling? Probably Thursday on the 13th, or so the 13th sounds really amazing because it's before earnings, right? So you got to be very careful on that. Before earnings does sound a little bit bad, and it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here I'm showing you right here, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you need to be careful off a morning dip or whatnot, but it's the safest thing to do is to sell either in pre-market on the 14th or on the 13th. That would definitely be the play. Now, what is the expected kind of movement from here on? The expected movement is that it does kind of accumulate, goes down to 78 cents. Then from there, it does see a little bit of action. Perhaps later on. Of course, today's a red day. Thursdays are usually as well red. So it's a little bit of a choppy territory to kind of cover on this one, but the expectation is that it does find support and then runs back from there. But definitely consider selling on Thursday. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure you mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.